In this video, I want to show you how to optimize any single page or post. First of all, when you start, you should create a nice featured image. You can do so in Canva or any other tools like Photoshop or GIMP. You can find out how I use Canva in the Pinterest image video, and I create all my featured images there also. The featured image should be topical related, like this one. It's a screenshot of a Google map, and the post is related to local SEO. It has a text overlay, so the visitor immediately knows what this post is all about. I like to display my featured images. Some themes don't do so by default, but I still recommend it. You should also make this image shareable. You can learn how to do so in the social setup video. Of course, there should be some kind of social sharing options on the post. I use a social share bar that floats when you scroll down. Then there should be lots of text, at least 1000 words. I recommend most of my posts are between 2000 and 4000 words because longer posts tend to rank better in the search engines. Don't forget about the internal linking. I still have my sidebar, all with related posts. Internal link to this post. I have some additional links built in my writing, and as you can see, for example, this one is a link to the Shopify blog because this is an authority site in my niche, and you should always link to authority sites in your niche from your articles. Just try to make the article as helpful for your visitor as you can, and when you read an article, you want to have all in one place, and if somebody else, even if it's a competitor, wrote an article about this topic, you should link to it. So I like to start my articles with an introduction, and after the introduction I have a clickable table of contents. So here is what you will learn in this post, and this is great for on-page SEO because Google likes to crawl pages. And the clickable table of content, you can just click here and it will take you directly to the subheadline you clicked. I will tell you how to set this up in another lecture so you can replicate this. As you can see, I still use my click to tweet plugin across the article. I also showed you how to set this up. I like to include videos because Google likes videos, especially those hosted on YouTube, but you could also host them on your own hosting platform. And I love to include images, make them shareable. As you can see, the hover plugin is active. I hover over the image and there's a pin it button. There are some more authority links and also internal links here. And I use subheadlines. When you check what they are all about, you will see this is an H2 headline, and you should always have one H1 headline per page. This should be your post title. On my sidebar, you might have recognized that I have this fixed widget. It is my opt-in lead magnet because if you click here, there pops up a field to put in your email address and download something from me, so you can get updates for future posts. I also included some call to actions right within the post. Let's just look where I have one. For example, this one, I'm talking about images and I have a very heavily related call to action here, get my image cheat sheet. And if you click here, there's another prompt to leave your email address and get on my list. You should definitely do this. The tool I use is Leadpages, and you can find a link in the resource section. Now make it look nice. I use different icons, I use different images, and I try to use lists quite often. I vary my icons and images. Just try to be helpful. You can also put in these little call to action boxes or informational boxes. Doing so can be either HTML and CSS, or you can use a shortcode plugin like Ultimate Shortcodes, or maybe you run a theme on your blog that offers this possibility also. Another option would be to include slide shares. These help to reduce bounce rate on your site, and they look nice, and it's another form of rich content you could include. At the end of the post, there should be another call to action for your email list. Then I like to include comments, and how to set this up or what to use here can be found in the comment video in another lection. And this is what you saw before. This is my related posts plugin. So try always to keep your bounce rate as low as possible, because people stay longer on your website when they find images. They stay longer when they find those slideshows or videos. And of course, if you have a look at my external links, this is a Forbes guide, for example. If I click there, it opens in a new window. And of course, that's useful because I do not want to disrupt the visitor on my site. So he can read this article on Forbes and just close it and come back to my own page. So that's it for on-page SEO. Don't stuff it with keywords, just write naturally and it will be enough. And the longer you write, the more chances are you rank for long tail keywords, and maybe later down the road, even short-term keywords.